What's up everybody, Jesse here, and today I'm going to be showing you a few tips and tricks to help you out on your adventure in Breath of the Wild. Now, when you first begin, the game is a little bit hard. I would say it's on the more difficult side of any of the Zelda games, but as you progress, you come across different items, weapons, and everything that kind of give you a boost, and before you know it, you're actually feeling pretty overpowered. So a quick way that Nintendo allows you to kind of get a boost on getting your power, defense, attack, and everything up is actually by the Amiibo. And not only is it a good way to come across certain clothing like the Hero of Time tunic that you see Link wearing here, but you can also come across some pretty strong weapons like bomb arrows, the ancient arrows, fire arrows, powerful swords, and other rare items. You can just simply tap your Amiibo and unlock this. However, you can only tap each Amiibo one time a day, which won't be a problem if you have a collection of all of the different Amiibo that they offer, where there's like 15 or 16 different Amiibo. But if you're like me and you only have 2 or 3, this is a quick way to kind of get around it. All you have to do is bring up your Amiibo rune, and right here I have the Ocarina of Time 30th Anniversary Amiibo. We'll see, I'll tap it, everything will fall from the sky, we'll get lots of meat, a treasure chest, and some ice arrows. And then if we tap the Smash Brothers Amiibo, we see that we get Epona. Typically horses aren't even allowed on the Great Plateau, so it's interesting to see that we can actually get a horse on top of the Great Plateau. But here's where things get interesting. You've used all of your Amiibo and you have to wait until the next day. This comes from my good friend RMFH. You can simply close out the game after you've saved, change the date to one day ahead or before the day that you last used your Amiibo. Typically, I think it's best to go back in time and do it. That way you're not necessarily using dates that you would use in the future. I mean, if you skip ahead a few weeks, then in a few weeks time, whenever you're playing, you may come across that day once again and you won't be able to use your Amiibo. So I find it's typically best to go back a few years when you do this instead of ahead of time. So we see that we've got the newest save file here at the Great Plateau. We can start it. And once we load back in, you'll see that we can actually use the Amiibo once again. Again, this is from my friend RMFH who showed me this. So if you want to see other tips and tricks aside from the ones I'm doing, please go to his videos and check out everything that he has. Now, the most annoying part about this is going to be the loading times. But if you have 30 minutes free and you want to stock up on weapons, this is the perfect thing that you can do. So we see we're back here at the same save spot, and we tap the Smash Brothers Amiibo again, and this time, instead of getting Epona, we get some fruit and a new chest. This time containing the Cap of Twilight. I already have the Hero of Time's cap, but this is just as great, especially for my little brother because Twilight Princess Link is his favorite. So we will go ahead and tap the Ocarina of Time Link Amiibo. We get some more food, some arrows, and another chest. This time with some shock arrows, which you typically don't come across until later in the game. So we'll go ahead, save the game, and do this whole thing again just to show that it is repeatable. It isn't just something you can do once or twice, you can do it over and over again. I like to save twice just to make sure, and then we hit the home button, exit out, go to system settings, all the way back down to system, down to date and time, and go over to day, change it up one more, leave everything else the same, back in, close out the game, start it back up. Again, the loading times are going to be the biggest problems here. So we see my save file, continue back in, our save file is at the top. Alright, now we're back in the game, and we can go here, and you can see that the Cap of Twilight is still here. We can see it is a darker shade than the Hero of Time, or the Cap of Time hat. So just to prove that it's still there, and once again, we will test this out with the Smash Brothers Amiibo. Alright, open the chest, and this time we get the Soldier's Claymore. My inventory is full. Now we can tap the Hero of Time Amiibo. We see we get some more fruits, melons, acorns, and in the chest this time is more ice arrows. So this is just showing that it is repeatable. You can do it an infinite amount of times until you just get bored. So it's just a really cool way to stock up on weapons. Remember, this does come from RMFH's YouTube channel, so please go check out his tips and tricks if you want to know more. Thank you all for watching, and please subscribe.
What's up everybody? Really quick before we get to the usual end slate, I wanted to mention a quick update for this channel. I'm trying to bring together a few new series other than the usual discussions and news videos that we do. I would like to bring quality reviews, let's plays, do more live streams, a top 10 series, and more analysis videos. However, to do this, I need your help. Between being a new father, YouTube, and my real job, I don't have the time to work on all of these videos. So I would like to bring on other people who can help out from time to time, like Sasizi and others who have helped host and edit videos before. To make this all happen and to get awesome rewards for yourself, head over to patreon.com/GameOverJesse, where you can get shoutouts and videos, join our group Discord and chat with us whenever you want, be a guest on some of our videos, and much more. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. I would like to give a huge thank you to this month's Patreons for their support: George Martinez, Glenn Cassio, Hinhu Tienin, Lunarium, Magic Tech Review, The Itch Network, and Harris Priest. Thank you all for everything, and it's because of your support that I'm able to find the time to do these videos. If you would also like to support this channel, head over to patreon.com/GameOverJesse, where you can find all kinds of great rewards like joining on a video, being added onto our Discord chat, having your discussion or topic featured on one of our videos, and much more, including having your own custom artwork similar to my own, drawn of you in any anime or video game style you would like. Finally, I would like to give a huge thank you to Gnomo Designs and CS Guitar 89 for providing the music and artwork for this channel.